The NAIA quarterfinals are in the books, and there was one big upset on this Saturday. Good Saturday afternoon. We are on the road from an undisclosed location for Thanksgiving break with the family. I'm Joey McWilliams here on Midwest Sportsnet, and we want to talk some NAIA football, so let's get right to it. The upset of the day comes from Sioux City, Iowa. Keiser, the number 12 seed in the playoffs this year, comes away with a 1-point upset over Morningside at home. Let's get right into it. Joe Dolenchek was back today, and that was key today in having him back for Morningside, getting him in, getting him some action on the field today. He's been spelled well by other players in there, but it's nice to have the number one guy in that role. He comes out today. Of course, there was no Ryan Cole either, so it was an opportunity for KJ Williams in that running back position, but with Dolenchek there, Morningside has the feel in the early going that it's going to go okay. KJ Williams gets the Mustangs on the board with a 1-yard touchdown run to get things started. Morningside up 7-0. After that, it was Joe Dolenchek hitting Zach Norton for a 25-yard touchdown pass. That was touchdown pass number 166 for Dolenchek in his career, the all-time leader in college football in passing touchdowns. Dolenchek gets that mark today. His team up 14-0. Still in the, or 14-3 at that point, still in the first quarter. Dolenchek one more time, this time finding KJ Williams. That was his first touchdown reception of the year to go with 5 rushing touchdowns, and Morningside is up 21-3. Dolenchek on the day, 18 for 36, 245 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, though, as well. And we move on along. Morningside up 21-3 at the end of the first quarter. Into the second quarter, Shea Spencer trying to get things going for the Keiser Seahawks. And he was only 5 for 10 passing for 54 yards on the day. He was injured, thrown down pretty roughly in the second quarter. He goes out, enter Bryce Beasley. And, of course, Jaden Meisinger stepping in for Marquise Burgess as well. Lots of players stepping up. And next man up, that's the way it has to be in the playoffs. Meisinger on the day, he gets an 11-yard touchdown run with 1:39 left in the second quarter. And so the Seahawks get to within 11 at the half, down 21-10. Then, of course, Chance Gagnon, who's been great for Keiser over the course of the season, he gets a 48-yard field goal, then a 41-yard field goal. Keiser within 5 now, 21-16, staying close to within Morningside. That's the way you have to do it. Trick play a little bit later on, and then Lennox Brown comes in. He hits Austin Johnson for a 25-yard touchdown as well. Morningside up 28-16. Looks like they're going to be on a roll. Not so fast. Jaden Meisinger with another touchdown run, this one from 23 yards out in the third quarter, gets the team again in to within 5. Back and forth. Keiser gets it back, and then Bryce Beasley to Jalen Arnold. A 76-yard touchdown for Arnold. He's able to shuck one potential tackler and make it all the way in for the score. That puts Keiser up 29-28, first lead of the day, and it couldn't come at a more opportune time. They're up by 1, go for 2, don't make that. Back and forth, Morningside pins Keiser deep, able to hold on defense, gets the ball back, driving with 2 minutes left. Joe Dolenchek, little pass forward, tries to pull it back, can't control the tuck. The ball's on the turf. Keiser gets it back, and that is going to run things out. Keiser with a big upset today, 29-28. Bryce Beasley, 17 for 26 passing, 226 yards, and that touchdown. No interceptions on the day, and so Morningside falls to 11-1. They will not play for another national championship. 3 of the last 4, not this year. Dolenchek, again, a big day. 18 for 36, 245, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He did it with an injured finger. What a great career for Joe Dolenchek. Again, the leader all time in career passing touchdowns. Moving on along to Grandview, the number 2 seed overall in the playoffs, taking on number 8 seeded Lindsey Wilson. And there was some action in the first half, not as much in the second half. Johnny Sullivan leads his team down the field on his second possession. Things are going all right. Picked off and run back 51 yards. It was Luke Bowman once again for Lindsey Wilson. Gets the pick, takes it all the way back to the 4, and then Kobe Belcher for Lindsey Wilson runs it in from 4 yards out. Lindsey Wilson on top, 7-0 over Grandview. The Vikings get it back in the second quarter, back and forth. Johnny Sullivan finds Damon Street 5 yards out. tied at 7-7 on the second play from scrimmage in the second quarter. No more scoring in the first half. Second half, a whole lot of the same. And if you liked incomplete passes and penalties, then you probably would have enjoyed watching this game in the second half. Strong defense as well. Don't get me wrong there. The two teams played strong defense. You would expect that from Grandview and Lindsey Wilson. Comes down to Nathan Hamilton once again. He's been big for Grandview all year long. Of course, he's going to be big for Grandview in the playoffs. A 48-yard field goal with 2 minutes, 54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Grandview on top. But Lindsey Wilson was not done. Had one more drive in the tank, and Ethan Cash, he saved his best drive for last, moves the Blue Raiders, and they are people, the Blue Raiders down the field. They almost rallied, started on their own 26, push it, pass, complete pass. As a matter of fact, 4 complete passes in a row as time was running down, had to get things going quickly, no time to waste. Cash from his own 45, or from the 45 of Grandview to the 20 on a 25-yard pass, then an 8-yard pass to the 12, then a 4-yard pass to the 8, then a 6-yard pass, and Rocky Shanefield with the tackle, the game-saving tackle, stopping the Blue Raiders at the 2-yard line. Grandview holds on for a 10-7 victory and will move on in the playoffs. We continue along. It was Northwestern who had absolutely no problem with Marian. Expected Marian's defense to hold Northwestern's offense in check. Which one was going to come out on top? It winds up being the Northwestern offense. And Jalen Gramstad, after coming in the early part of the season, after Fryer goes down with an injury, Gramstad has made the most of it. And this could be the biggest day yet. Jalen Gramstad, 21 for 33 passing, 297 yards, 5 touchdown passes. He was picked once. He also had 10 carries for 48 yards and a rushing touchdown. Gramstad responsible for 6 touchdowns on the day for Northwestern and for 345 yards of total offense. Big day. Now, he had to have good receivers to throw to. He finds Michael Story, 7 catches for 138 yards, and 4 of those touchdown passes for Story. Cade Mosier with 9 more catches and 93 yards. Oh, and a touchdown as well. Can't forget Connor McQuinlan, what he did on the ground, 25 carries, 109 yards. He had a touchdown carry as well. For Marian, Zach Bundelow really didn't get things going until later on in the game. The 52-27 score, not reflective of how big a lead that Northwestern had. As a matter of fact, Northwestern went up 52-7 at one point in time. Marian comes back. Bundelow on the day does have 3 touchdown passes, late touchdown passes. He was picked twice early on. 13 for 27, passing 177 yards on the day. Logan Blake for Marian, 5 tackles, had 1 interception. That was a 50-yard return on that, but it was all Northwestern all the time from that point on. And the final quarterfinal score of the day has Indiana Wesleyan picking up its 2nd playoff win in program history. Got the first one last week and moving into the semifinals with a 24-13 victory today over Benedictine. Big day for Xander Stokes as Indiana Wesleyan gets the first possession and holds onto the ball for nearly 10 minutes. It is a 19-play, 84-yard drive, 9 minutes, 59 seconds off the clock. With 5:01 remaining, Xander Stokes finds Jaquez Carter. 7-0 is the score. Second quarter, Stokes to Carter one more time, 36 yards out, and Indiana Wesleyan is on top, 14-6. Interception after that to end the first half. Indiana Wesleyan with the score. Stokes to Caden Curry one more time. They go up 21-6 in the third quarter, and it was a lead that was able to hold. Garrett Kettle held in check today. Kettle for Benedictine has had a fine season, a strong season. Not enough today, though. 13-25 passing, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. But Kettle was picked 4 times. Rayshawn Mills, 7 receptions, 92 yards on the day. Not quite enough. Mills didn't find the end zone. For Benedictine, strong defense. We've seen that this year. Javi Blomquist and Gavin Spangler, each with 13 tackles today. Zach Gill with 12 tackles on the day. But Indiana Wesleyan with the win, 24-13, the final score. Xander Stokes, 18 of 25 passing, 187 yards. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Big day again from Darian Williams. 26 carries for 133 yards. And Jaquez Carter, as we mentioned, 3 catches, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was a +5 turnover day for Indiana Wesleyan today. 2 forced fumbles, 1 of them recovered, 4 interceptions. Neil Campbell with 2 picks on the day to go along with 4 tackles. And for Indiana Wesleyan, again, the second playoff victory in program history. A big day today for the Wildcats. And so the final 4 teams in the NAIA playoffs looks like this. It is Keiser, it is Grandview, it is Northwestern, and it is Indiana Wesleyan playing in the semifinals. That will be next week. My choice, if there were anything there, I do hope that the NAIA splits apart Grandview and Northwestern and lets it come down to the possibility of an all-NA or an all-Iowa final. Again, I'm not saying anything about Keiser and Indiana Wesleyan, don't be wrong, but love to see Grandview and Northwestern separated from the state of Iowa there. Let them do their job. And Keiser, who's on a roll, by the way, and hasn't lost to an NAIA school yet this year. Indiana Wesleyan hasn't lost to an NAIA school yet this year. They have a lot to say in this. Break them up, see how it all plays out from this point in time. Congratulations to Joe Dolmchek for a fantastic career, and Morningside for a great run. A 25-game winning streak snapped today at the hands of Keiser. Good job to the Seahawks. Good job to the Wildcats from Indiana Wesleyan. And, of course, the Vikings continuing to do what they've done this season, undefeated 13-0, and the Red Raiders from Northwestern just rolling in the playoffs. Thanks for watching this. Let me know if from where you were watching this today and if your favorite team is still in the playoff hunt for the NAIA Football Championship Series. God bless you. Thanks for watching today from this undisclosed location with my family out here enjoying the Thanksgiving break. We'll talk some more later on this week. Have a great day.